What's your regiment in the morning?
My routine has stopped or changed since last week, Friday. So I think currently in a space of trying to figure it out again. Um, Also to get my own footing back in life again and not being always attached to this other being that is no longer in my life.
Oh.
Because that was a part of my identity, my pet, my dog, my Oscar.
Oh.
So for 13 years of my life. And yeah, it's been pretty interesting. And I say that very lightly. It's been rough. It's been hard. I ain't gonna lie. I've never dealt with loss from anyone that I'm so close with and who's been like a day to day in my life. Like this before. And yeah, it's been a hell of a journey.
My name is Keon Brown. Welcome to Master of Self. It's a podcast that is dedicated specifically to being the best version of yourself and concentrating on certain areas one step at a time. And so every time we get together, you'll meet somebody new, and we'll talk about things that are going on in our lives and how we're adjusting and how we're pivoting and moving. And as you heard, my guest, Natalie Whittle, actress and businesswoman, entrepreneur, and all of that. You got all the tick marks. We're adjusting, we're pivoting even in this moment. And it takes, a level of self-mastery to be able to do that, to know yourself and see where you're at, and to recognize, grief, as we were talking about earlier, levels of grief, where I'm at, how I feel, how I'm breathing. How does it feel to be alone? How does it feel to be without what I'm comfortable with? Those are all things that we get to do.
Yeah.
It's not always peaches and cream,
No, it is not.
If you don't mind, so Oscar is
Oscar was my dog,
what kind of dog?
and he's a Havaton, which is a Havanese and a Coton d'Utilier, or cotton dog for short. And I would do it like that every single time I would tell somebody what he is. But anyway, but yeah, I had him when he was 2 months old. And he's been here since I moved to LA. I got him in June of 2009. I moved out here September 1st of 2009. And that's been my road dog, you know what I mean? Pun intended. Yeah, he's been with me, man. He's been with me when by myself in my lonely apartment, crying on the floor, and he's sitting his little head right there on my thigh, and never left my side. And yeah, and unfortunately he got a little sick late August, September, with diabetes. And so he went into ketoacidosis 2 weekends in a row, and almost lost his life both weekends in a row. And for me, it changed. Like, I changed because then now it's not just my companion, but I'm also now your caregiver in a different sense than just feeding you or walking you every day. Yeah. Now I got to feed you different special foods. And then I have to give you 2 shots twice a day, and feed you twice a day. And then in the midst of all of that, finding out what's the best formula for him, what's the right amount of insulin to give him, like you're peeing everywhere, right? You know what I mean? Like it was just a whole big, like it was a lot. It was very difficult, and especially very difficult when you're doing it by yourself, essentially. You have friends, but it's not necessarily the same, because it's not your pet. It ain't your child. It ain't a family member for you. So you love me as a friend, but you don't necessarily really truly understand or get it if you're not living the day to day with me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What's the? And I'm sorry.
No.
About the the loss.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Definitely understand.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had a pet, but I've definitely had major losses in my life, and being with it, and it's fresh. So thank you for sharing. And this is a space where you can share whatever you feel like you want to share. There's no boundaries and no blockages. Whatever you feel is authentic and organic. This is a safe space to share. So thank you.
Thank you.
What does it feel like in this moment to be a couple, maybe weeks, days?
It's
very fresh.
Yeah, it's like 8 days now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
9 days.
what's fresh on your mind right now? How are you feeling right now?
Every day I've been feeling like I miss him. You know, things are just not the same in the house anymore. Okay, I got on makeup. I'm sweating, but yeah. And that's another thing, like, you know, it can be moments where, hey, oh damn, I'm crying again, you know, but I would say even like the last 2 years, especially of course during the pandemic and even prior to the pandemic, doing a lot of self-work on myself. And one of the things that I had been working on even prior to this was allowing myself to feel, think, whatever, right? Giving myself permission.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's necessarily just a me thing, but I don't think so. But, you know, especially as women, we definitely try to, we request for permission to speak or to feel a certain way or to be okay with, can I express myself this, you know what I'm saying, whether it be sexually or verbally, whatever, right? Like, so that's one of the things I've started like to work on with myself. Like, man, can I curse?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say.
Why are you asking
You
permission?
feel what
Why
I'm
are you trying to
saying?
get permission?
I don't know. And I just asked permission. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fucking whip, all right? Keon, I'm a work in progress. Get it together.
I'm a whip too. You know what I'm saying? I love that. Yeah.
But yeah, man. So during this these last 9 days, or even prior to that, to be honest with you, because even knowing like, okay, you're gonna have to make the decision. Okay, in June I got news like he had a tumor growing. Like, okay, it's gonna be any time now. Okay, now is the time because he didn't have this good day, so you might need to start thinking, like, giving myself just permission just to do, to feel, to think during this process. If I feel like crying, I'm crying. Yeah. If I'm crying and guess what, ain't no tears coming out, but I still feel emotion, I'm still doing it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not, I don't know, it's so strange. During this is almost like giving me another chance to be me, to live life again, and maybe differently than I may have been living it before, even though I didn't have a problem with it before he came along. But still, you know what I mean? Like maybe different experiences now that I can have, or just be like, F it, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Almost sounds like a rediscovery.
Yes.
Of who you are. Even
absolutely.
Not in response or reaction to the past, but also just like forging ahead powerfully, creating something new.
Yeah.
You know?
Who do I even want to be? You know what I mean? Like I have a chance to like be that person that I'm really like wanting to be, or I've been dreaming to be, or dying to be, or want, you know what I'm saying? Like desired to be for the longest. But maybe I couldn't have been because I got to think about, oh, I can't do this because I got to, you know what I mean? And not that like I don't know how to say that. Like I don't have any regrets. And I love Oscar. Yeah. I love him a lot. But this time really gives me back something for me, you know, especially being a caretaker for so long. Like I really do, man, I have so much compassion and empathy and like understanding for special needs parents, or husband, wives who are taking care of their, you know what I mean, their significant others. And what's the crazy part about it is the Friday prior to the last Friday, I was at a funeral burying my Uncle Oscar.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So, but to see even like my aunt, man, she was a caretaker for him for a few years too, for some time. And even seeing how she handled that prior to me even knowing I'm about to lay my own Oscar down. You know what I mean? So like, man, I'm keeping it together. So seeing her like handle that, you know, my cousin like dealing with that, it was helpful. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, to see her be so strong, I know that I can be so strong. And I know it's like, okay, it's just a pet, it's just a dog, but it's just, man, it's still somebody you love.
Exactly.
Somebody you take care of every day. Somebody who's there for you every single day, you know? So.
Just like on Instagram, I don't want to make Instagram. They say you say it's as a pet, but it's everything. It's your everything.
It's your everything, bro.
You know. LJ, could you grab this paper towels in there, please?
Yeah.
As we, I know it's warm. I know it's.
I know. I'm all hot and bothered.
I know.
But
thank you for being transparent and being open, because it's not easy.
Appreciate
I know
that.
it's fresh. It's really fresh. It's really fresh.
Yeah. I appreciate you.
Yeah. One thing about
oh, thank you, LJ.
Thank you, LJ. Thank you. What makes me think, man, these come in waves.
Yeah.
It comes in waves because, my dad passed away in 2019, and so. This episode is going to be what it's going to be about. We talked about grief.
I know.
But it could be about, full expression and not having to have permission to be who you are and who you want to be.
Yeah.
And defying all the odds and breaking all the barriers and pushing through all the BS that people, maybe culture put on us. And we talked about that on our last episode. Like, if the world thinks that I should be this and I should be that, like I can't cry or I can't be fully expressed or I can't love or show emotion, all that is complete BS. You get to be who you want to be. You get to be and say what you feel authentically and be fully expressed. And it takes time, because if we're in a culture where we care what people think, it's going to take some time to not care. And it's taken me a lot of time to not care, but I think I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Beautiful.
Because caring what people think hasn't brought me any joy.
And
so the joy that I found is in thinking for myself and saying what I feel with the intention and the foundation of humility, love, and, everything good. That's what I'm trying to do every day. So whatever I say is rooted in positivity and blessing. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm not trying to do anything. If you see things working for me, what you didn't see is me laying in the bed, couldn't move because I just had surgery, or me crying on the ground because I lost someone in my life. You're not seeing all these things, but that's all who I am. It's all all those things, not just the glossy stuff and the podcasts and the pictures and all that stuff. But when my dad passed, I thought, well, I'll deal with it the way that I deal with it, but we don't know how we're going to deal with it.
Yeah.
Every birthday, every Christmas, every Father's Day, there's something else, and I never know how I'm going to wake up. I don't know what's going to happen when I wake up. So the moral that I'm hearing from myself talking right now is be with where you're at. Ride the wave.
Yeah.
Be confident in who you are. And feel. If you hurt and you mad, be mad.
Yeah.
Call your people and say, I'm mad.
Yeah.
Or sit for a moment and scream, get a bag, go to the gym, work out.
Yeah.
What are you doing in these 8 days? What have you done to kind of see your way through?
Man. Shit. Leaving the house.
All right.
Getting out more. Hanging out with friends. Or I'll be honest, sometimes I'll sit there and I'll look at the TV looking at me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah.
What's your favorite memory of Oscar?
Oh man. Well, I will say my recent memories of him the week of excuse me, I took him to the beach.
Okay.
And it was like a bittersweet actually, because we took him to the beach and he had an amazing time. Oh my God, he was running around all over the place. And mind you, Oscar, by this time, he can't see. He's blind, right? Because he had a little bit of cataract, the beginning of the diabetes, and then the diabetes happened, and then they accelerated the blindness with the cataracts, right? But yo, man, this dog was like, oh, he was already in heaven, because he was running and just running, and he ran in circles, okay? But he was running and running and running. I mean, he just kept running around. And there was like a couple times where it was very strange, but not strange, but it was almost like he could see, because instead of the same circle, it was like he stopped and was running straight to the water. Yeah. And it was myself and my friend, she was with me, and we were like running after him, like, wait, oh no, I think he's still going. Oh shoot, no, Oscar! And so It was great. It was a really great moment. It was a really fun moment. And yeah, and you know, and hear him crunch the sand in his mouth, because he's never really tasted sand, so he's probably wondering like, what the heck is this? And like I'm feeding him water, and I guess you'll hear the crunch. So yeah, man. But yeah, that dog was dope, man. He was amazing. I don't care who you are. If you don't even like dogs, you're gonna be like, oh man, this dog is cool. Yeah. I know, because he's mine. But
you're biased just a little bit.
But just a little bit, but not really. But
I've never heard of that type of dog either, and it's a mix. I've never heard of either one of those mixtures.
Oh wow, yeah.
What was it again?
A Havaton.
Havaton.
So it's a Havanese, which derives from Cuba, Cubana, and then a Coton d'Utilier from France. Yeah. So yeah, I'm a little French Cubana dog, and he was amazing. He was black and white. Got a little older. He was more gray, and yeah. But he was dope, man. He was really, really
What
dope.
has people like us who are experiencing grief or have experienced loss, what is holding us back from breaking through to the next, phase or the next dimension of our lives? What has us stuck?
Oh man. From like just being okay and like,
yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's people experiencing grief all the time. People are we hear sirens right now, right? Mm-hmm. So in other parts of the culture and in the world, people always hear sirens. Yeah. We hear them periodically, but there are people who it's a war zone. There's bombs, there's whatever. So there are people who are constantly experiencing grief, trauma, turmoil, and that's not necessarily my experience in my life. But I've experienced grief, I've experienced turmoil, I've experienced trauma. Yeah. What has us stuck? What has you stuck? What do you think? I'll start with me before I put it on you. Okay. I feel like for me, what has me stuck is sometimes the unwillingness to ask for support. And, I support a lot of people, but when it comes to myself, it's a little bit more difficult to ask for support. Yeah. And maybe it's because I don't know who that should be, or if I could trust, or I'm not sure.
That's kind of a me thing too. Yeah. And I'm in therapy, and my therapist has talked to me about this. And she said to me, because like I told you, we already knew. And so she said to even prepare myself, like, I know you have a hard time asking for help and asking for support, but I think this is a really good time for you to do that now and have your friends show up for you and be there for you during this hard time, because you're going to need it. Yeah. And you can't do it by yourself. because I'm very, very good on. I can do it myself. That's fine. I ain't gonna ask nobody.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
It's fine. Oh, you want to help? It's fine. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if that gets into control. That gets into, I don't think I can count on anybody else, or I can't. I don't think you're gonna do it as well as I'm gonna do
that
it.
Part. I can do it. I can be bad all by myself.
You know what I'm saying?
That's BS, man.
Yeah.
I'm just talking, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's
But
you gotta allow people to stand up for you and stand for you.
allow people to show up and show themselves to you, really, right? Give them the opportunity and see, okay, well, I asked for your help on this. This is how you're able to deliver. Cool. Either A, you good in my book. I can come to you next time, or B, you good in my book. Not gonna come to your ass next time. You know what I'm saying? But I know you're like, I don't even want to test that out. I really just want to stick with what I know, and that is me. I know it's tough.
And also, what I'm thinking is you get to experience almost like I did a course one time where there was we stood on a park bench and then everybody stood behind, and then we fell back into their arms.
Like a trust fall.
Yeah. And so that part is what we get to experience as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get to fall back, and you get to like be supported, and you actually get to like, feel that. That's very important, I think, in this process.
Yeah.
And for people who are strong, and people who are powerful, and people who are high frequency and high functioning, and people, your energy is like, you're getting it done. You're out here, taking names, just getting it done. And it's like, damn, how would it feel for you just to kind of like, boom, let somebody handle it for a moment? And the thing about us is, it has to look a certain way, it has to feel a certain way.
Ooh. Yeah.
And there's a way for us to kind of break out of that. And I think that if we allow ourselves to, release
control,
or judgment, or, the control is a big word. It's how it has to look, how it has to feel. I feel supported if it looks like this. It's like, nah, nigga, just chill, and allow people to handle it and just fall back.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's almost like, bring me food, but make sure there's vegan, it's like, no, they're gonna bring whatever they're gonna bring,
right?
And one thing I'll just say right now, something that comes up for me that I've never really articulated, but my dad died. Somebody in our family went up to my mom and like basically said that she didn't do all that she could to like keep him alive.
Oh no.
And so, and I just have to say, like, I've never said it like publicly, but I'm like, these kind of things, and I felt myself, if I ever felt rage in my life,
for sure,
I felt it in that moment. And I had to really connect to a higher part of myself to be able to see where that person is and was in their lives. Everybody was experiencing grief. Everybody was in shock. Everybody was going through their whole thing. But who really lost my mom lost a husband.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I lost a father, somebody else lost a brother, lost a son, but this is somebody that you were married to for almost 35 years. Ooh. That's a different kind of ball game.
Yeah.
That's not just BFF. Yeah. That's not just, somebody that you raise and then send off to college and that you take care of periodically. That's somebody that has a life commitment, a life partner. And, I was personally hurt by that. I was personally, I felt betrayed, and I don't know. This is the first time I've ever said it, so I'm just kind of hearing myself say it. But I forgive, and I've had enough time to, in my work that I'm doing, myself, my self mastery journey, that everyone makes mistakes, and if you cannot forgive, you'll never be forgiven. And I need forgiveness. Yeah. And so, how do I gain that? How do I create a space where that is possible? I've got to extend it. And so I think that's important. I think that's a part of it. I think we talked about the levels of grief are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and then acceptance. Yeah. And then what you said in our pre-call was there's a victory. Yeah. There's a victory. And I love that. And that stood out because at least when we're mastering ourselves, the victory is what has us keep going. Yeah. Yeah. It's the light at the end of the tunnel that says, well, this ain't it. This ain't the last straw. There's more to go, and there's more, victory available.
For sure. Let me ask you this though. Yeah. If you don't mind.
Who's interviewing who here?
I know. It's us.
Yeah.
So
It's not an interview.
they
It's a
want to know
conversation.
too, Ken.
Yeah.
They want to know too. So that person that you said that, it's very unfortunate, but I do love the way that your perspective is on it, though. You know what I'm saying? From their point of view, maybe.
Yeah.
As far as everybody else dealing with grief, but were you able to forgive without talking with that person? Or did you express yourself to that person?
Yeah.
And then like say, okay, I forgive you.
Yeah. So haven't spoken. And I think that for me, that's a part of me growing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a part of me in my life journey, being able to love people in different ways. Mm-hmm. And I can love you and not speak to you.
Yeah.
I can love you and not allow you in my orbit.
Yeah.
And that's how I handle that.
Yeah.
And forgiveness is not even about the other person. Forgiveness is about you.
Absolutely.
It has nothing to do with that person. People are harboring resentment with people right now. Yeah. And the person that you're resenting is out frolicking, living their best life.
Absolutely.
And you're sitting here in some dark room pissed. And every time you see something pop up on Instagram, you know, mm-hmm. you got some type of anger. Mm-hmm. And it's like, let it go.
They slept very nice last night.
Very nice. Not thinking about you
at all.
And you sitting here, you know, and I've gone through that with many seasons of my life as I've grown.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, I gotta just, you know, let it go, be well. You know, my blessings come when I release. And that's what it's about. It's about forgiveness is about clearing a space for something else to grow.
Absolutely.
Okay. I forgive so that that space is clear now, and then joy can come. So I can fill that space that I would be mad at you. Mm-hmm. Now I can focus on my podcast, or now I can focus on my new degree that I'm working on, or, you know, a new job that I have, or mm-hmm. a new hobby, you know, my yoga practice, you know, mm-hmm. and that's kind of how I've done that. And I don't really have a desire to speak.
Yeah.
And it's not a mean kind of thing. It's me protecting my heart, mm-hmm. protecting my, this is my journey.
Space, your energy, all that, mental, everything. And
I have no negative qualms about it. If I saw them right now, it's like, hey, what's up? Mm-hmm. Who you? Whatever. Hey, how are you? It's okay. I get to have the final say in my life.
Yeah.
And I don't get to. I don't have to be ashamed mm-hmm. or apologize for making the decisions about who I allow in my space.
Right.
Period.
Love that. Have you heard of I might butcher it, Ho'oponopono?
No.
It's a chant, I believe, Hawaiian chant, if I'm not mistaken. But it's basically what you're saying, right? And it's, I'm sorry, please forgive me. I forgive you. Thank you. I love you. Wow. And you keep saying that. It's supposed to be done in a meditative sense. And you're speaking that to anybody that's done you any type of wrong, anybody that is not talking to you, or whatever the case may be. And you're telling them, hey, I forgive you. It's fine. I'm sorry, actually. Please forgive me. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then I love you. Thank you. I love you. And they keep it and then send it back to them. But you're sending back love, right? And you're giving out love. You're sending it back. So it's like it's this constant thing that's like coming to us, and to basically help heal our hearts and
even from afar,
relieve us from afar. Absolutely.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. It's some really, really, it's some good stuff. I'll write it down for you, but
please. Yeah. I'm sorry. You know, forgive me. Yeah. You know, I forgive you.
I forgive you. So I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Oh my goodness. You know, you say it on the spot. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I forgive you. Thank you. I love you. That's it.
And I love that it ends with I love you.
Yeah. Yeah. So no matter whatever you did, I don't care. I love you. Okay. And you're telling yourself that you love yourself, essentially, because you're not holding on to that crap no more. Because it's making us move differently. We hold on to all kind of negative stuff, what mommy did to me, and you know what I'm saying, when I was 5 years old, to what Sally, my first love, she did to me when I was 15. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit is not helpful to us. And it's just really, if you think about like our aura, right? And things that happen to us within our lives, they're imprints into our lives. And so once we keep those imprints into our auras, guess what happens? Our auras go like this all around us. And then it reacts like a mirror. And so you'd be like, man, always all my boyfriends, they all cheat on me. They all cheat on me. This new one, why he cheat on you? Because you got the same, whatever that was, whatever that root is.
It's attracting.
You're attracting more of the same. Yeah. He looked different. This one smells nicer. This one may got more money. Still the same core, same person. We got to relieve that. We got to release that. We got to, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Sheesh. I didn't think I was going to get all of that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
As we kind of bring it kind of full circle,
yeah.
You know, what's next for you? What do you see as a victory coming your way?
My career flourishing a lot more. Me saying yes to a whole lot more things.
What you saying yes to?
Mr. Keon Brown.
Thank you for saying yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate you saying yes. It was spur of the moment. I appreciate that. What else you saying yes to?
Just more opportunities and like whatever comes. Like and not half-assing it either. That part. Because I can be good for that too. Because I can be in the space of, it's fine, I can do it. And like, don't even put all my all to it. Because either, I know it. Because like, it's too easy for me to do. I'll get to it. You know, that type of attitude or energy. It's not the best. Don't do it.
Well, that's people like us.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes, you know, your 50% is someone else's 100%.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of take that and take advantage of that. And then you're not excellent for you.
Not excellent for me.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that shows up, especially you're an actress and, you know, you're on camera and the lens is the bar is higher for you. Because when you say, I got it, you're not lying. You do got it. But are you prepared?
However.
Right. You still need to prepare.
Yeah.
You still need to be in excellence.
Absolutely.
And that's not, you can't, and sometimes you can't look at other people for that, what excellence looks like.
What your gauge is.
Yeah.
Girl, if you don't go sit down and go damn learn a line. If you don't go take your ass into class. If you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because then you wonder why you don't get it. Or, you know, why we don't go to where we want to go because we're not prepared for the seats that we're supposed to have.
Come on.
Not even the parts that you want. It's the parts that are actually meant for you.
For you. But damn, you can't even see it because what you doing? Oh, I got it. It's fine.
Yes, laziness.
No, you're not fine. Like, if you just did if you move this much, imagine. So that's what I'm looking for.
Okay. I kind of interrupted all of that, but you know.
No, it's perfect.
That's good. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do next. And what comes next and what, you know, how you bounce from kind of where you are to where you want to be.
Yeah.
Because each of these experiences that we've had are just, like they say, stepping stones. It's like a cliche, but you know, Oscar, my dad, you know, other things that we've gone through in our lives. It's really the stepping stones that are imprints, as you said, in our overall picture and our overall puzzle piece. Yeah. And there's so much more. And we have no clue what's going to happen next.
None.
Just be ready.
What?
You said it before.
Stay
you know
ready.
So you won't have to get ready.
Come on, let's go. What are we doing?
Well, I'm going to give you the last word. I'm going to acknowledge you first for coming on and being here and being open and transparent. I personally learned a lot. I did not know what I was going to get out of this today. I never like talking about anything that is classified as dark or, you know, not light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think it's necessary for us to be like whole. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have light, you're going to have dark, you're going to have good, you're going to have bad.
Yeah.
But the best thing is that we get to do it together. And that's what makes the journey worth it. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I acknowledge you for being here and being open and sharing because people's lives are going to be changed because of you.
Oh.
So I appreciate you.
Wow. No pressure.
It's true. My life has changed because of what you said. The mantra. I mean, everything. Come on, like this is.
Yeah.
So I want to give you the last word. What would you like for people to leave with from you?
Man, if y'all don't start living out here in these streets, yeah, let me tell you, we gotta. Why am I doing what I was talking about earlier?
Like
Hello, everybody. Hey, world. How y'all doing today? And Natalie Whittle. No,
always getting close to the mic. Can y'all hear me?
Right. What's the difference? No, man, we gotta start living, yo. We gotta start living in our world, man. Like, life is too motherfucking short.
It is.
It really, really, really is, and we don't have forever to just, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. No, we gotta do it today. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's, and once we start moving, it's just like water, right? Water needs to flow.
Yeah.
Water, once it stops flowing, it becomes stagnant. It becomes dirty, stanky, nasty, moldy, all kind of critters, algae, all kind of shit just coming to attract you. No, we got to stay in motion. We got to be in motion with our life, with our mind and our spirit and our energy and our hearts. We got to keep flowing. Yeah. So do what you love, find what you love, find what gives you that little and go for it. Because that's it. God giving it to you for a reason. You better take it. Don't be like me in these streets 10 years later talking about, damn, okay, now I'm ready. Nope. Facts. Go do it.
Go now.
Don't yikes me. Damn, you make it even worse. But yes, go do it.
I mean, everybody's saying yikes because they feel it in themselves. I'm like, me too.
Cool. It's yikes. Fine. No, it's that's real talk though.
If it brings you stress, do it less.
Oh, hey, I like that. You gonna put that on a shirt?
I got that from somebody.
Oh, damn. Well, at least you're honest.
Well, Black Queen, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Another one for the books is episode 3. So you the 3, the big 3.
Hey, come on, Trinity.
Well, now this episode should be everywhere. It should be everywhere on wherever you get podcasts, wherever you see stuff. It should be everywhere at this point. Thank you for being here. This is Master of Self. Continue on your journey, however it is for you, as you look to be a master of self. Take care.